Welcome everybody, we've got Wardog taking on Ebony Scarface in Group B. We'll be looking to see how he does here. Video coming to us by Zanxis. He's actually playing a jumper this time. Looks like he's just doing that to make the suicides a little easier. Wardog trancing up, looking to move in. Throws out the fire Gehenna, and he connects right onto Ebony. 8 damage very early. Ice Sword for Ebony, though. It's going to create him a little bit of room. Ebony looking like he's actually playing more offensive than he has in some of his other matchups. So far, whether it was versus me or... I'm trying to remember who else he played. I think it was Orange. We've basically only seen him run the violent changes. Just all violent change. There goes one. But most of his arsenals don't even seem to have an attack. Could be a similar case here, but oh, there goes the illusion of death onto Ebony. He's getting pretty low on health. If he's not careful, Wardog takes game 1 before he can even get set up for this. Ice Sword connects, though. Wardog's got to get around that fortress now. It was great getting the illusion through it, but he needs to break it with that fire Gehenna, I think, before he goes to get anything else. Trance is up. Fire Gehenna. It's going to be erased, actually. So now he's got to worry about getting through it. He does get the Glacial Wall down. Now, what's his attack? Can he finish Scarface? Oh, it's the life-giving sword, and he misses it. Would have only done 4 damage, but it would have given him some health back. Ebony already got his recall loop going, and his recalls always give him just the right skills. Wardog back with 2 attacks, but only 3 health. He's got to worry about that Ice Sword. He does Glacial Wall it. Oh, can he cartwheel that right there? He does manage to cartwheel the Vampire Bat. That would have been enough to finish the game. But a clutch dodge from Ebony Scarface going to keep this one alive. He's still got a violent change at least 3 more times onto Wardog, who's just used a Stimulate now. Uses the trance once again, looking to break that fortress with a reincarnation. Can't break it with the +4. Agonies can, though. But he lost the reincarnation. He's lost a lot of attacks. He's lost a lot of health. Scarface gonna pop just before he gets back to base for that extra bit of feel bad. Just waits for him to get there so he has less time. Armoros now comes out. Wardog in a very bad spot. Hasn't gotten any of his healing. At -2 on damage. 2 health remains. Trance not really a viable option for him like he'd wish it to be. And that's going to be game 1. Right there. As we move to highway, let's see, we'll skip ahead to where we begin. Xanxus finishing himself off here for us. Ebony using a boost mine to get himself up. Akuma at the 4 aura right now. He's going to relearn the boost mine. Prioritizing getting into that recall range. I can almost assure you he's still running pretty much the same arsenal with the quantum decays and recalls. Lack is going to be glacial walled. I'm also not certain how effective it is against Ebony's decks anyway, as it's almost certainly a reincarnation in hand. Does manage to Dragon Slay one, but I don't know if Dragon Slaying one will be enough. Next Lack is blocked. First violent change comes out. I always find it interesting watching this arsenal from Ebony. Because I would be interested to see, because he just starts throwing out the violent changes as soon as he gets them. He uses the relearns. We've watched him not use them oftentimes on recalls or on the violent changes themselves. Like this game, for example, he's relearned a Fortress and he relearned a Boost Mine before he really got into the recall loop. He may have already used one and I wasn't paying too close attention. But it just seems to me when I run these recall arsenals, like you'll see, for example, the match I ran against Ebony, I ran 3 recalls, and it just ran out. They didn't recall any of their own recalls. I didn't actually get any attacks back, for example. And he runs... Oh, goodness, and he uses the Quantum Decay, but I guess he's got at least a Boost Mine there. But it just seems such a risky style. Like it, I don't know, I feel like if I ran it, it's really dependent on recall RNG being good to you. Especially when you play so fast and loose with the relearns. Like, I feel like the relearns are so central to that. And using them on things like Fortress and Boost Mine. Looks like we might have a... Oh, I was told that there was a disconnect. It was agreed upon that there was a winner. Ebony finishes this game out. But our spectator fell out of the match there. So we'll go ahead and skip ahead here. Continuing on that, it's really interesting seeing the relearns are so important to use on keeping yourself recalled up, especially given you're trying to fit in the occasional quantum decay. That so far Ebony's had really good outcomes in that sense. It's very possible that he could end up with a start that he ends up having to overwrite too much, or using those relearns and then the recall RNG isn't kind. But so far he has come out positively on that end every match. See, Wardog now trying to use this Goognir. Ebony with an actual Tiger Strength has me surprised at this point. See them trading blows, but yeah, Ebony Scarface with an actual Tiger Strength and an attack here is a whole new ball game. See how that turns out. Gonna block the Willow there with the Iron Skin. War Dog not really willing to overwrite much here. Hasn't dug too far deep. As I say it, he starts overwriting some abilities. That's just how it be sometimes. Bloody Ritual comes out. Doesn't connect. Another Bloody Ritual comes out. It's like such a bad idea, though, versus Iron Skin. I don't know. Ebony, up to his 10 aura, his recall point, continues using that Tiger Strength, but cannot while the Chill Breeze is down. I know we saw this last time out of War Dog. I'm still not 100% certain what that Chill Breeze is supposed to accomplish. That reincarnation is supposed to accomplish a dead War Dog. And so far it's doing pretty well, given War Dog brought himself down to 9 health with the Bloody Ritual. Doesn't block that reincarnation. Has a shield, but hasn't tried to block it. Well, now it's gone. So, yeah. All he's got to do is walk up that ramp and just finish him off. Looks like he tried to throw out... That could have been a judge, but Reincarnation's going to connect, and that's going to be a 3-0 for Ebony Scarface, looking very good in Group B.